into this surgery. My surgery was at 11 a.m. I went to the hospital for 9 a.m. They said that I was gonna be there for like a couple hours in surgery and then I would spend one night. Well, I went in and they removed the wrong thing, but it's okay because I didn't need it anyways.
This is the story of one family living large in the smallest of places. Join us weekly for all our tiny house shenanigans right here on That Hippie Family.
We just dropped the kids off at school. I have to be at the hospital at 9:30 and it's 8:30 right now, so it's an hour to drive to the hospital because I have to go to Nanaimo. But I thought I'd give you a quick little tour of what's in my bag. I get to take like an overnight bag, nail file, because if my nail gets chipped, it'll drive me crazy. Book, protein bar, hospital food, deodorant, headphones, and underwear.
On September 19th, I had scheduled surgery to remove one of my parathyroid glands because it was causing my body to produce too much calcium, and it was the root cause of my kidney stones.
So I have been crying a little bit because I got the news maybe an hour ago. I just talked to my mom on the phone for like an hour that my surgery was actually unsuccessful. So I have to have another surgery and we don't totally know why yet. They're doing pathology tests on what they removed. So hopefully find out more soon. But Chad and the kids are coming to visit me because I have to stay another night in the hospital. But at least I get to see my kids today. I'm feeling kind of weird right now. Like, this is all so surreal. I don't feel like it's like my real life. I just didn't really see that one coming.
I really just tried to enjoy my time with my family and work on my mindset, stay positive, and wait for the next day because my surgery was scheduled on Sunday. I waited all day to get in for my surgery, so by the end of the day, I knew I wouldn't be going home again until the following day.
Good morning. Let me just fill you in kind of on what's been happening. So on Friday, after my first surgery, they found out that it was unsuccessful. And they weren't quite sure if they had removed my parathyroid gland, which is what they were supposed to do. They thought that maybe they removed a nodule on my thyroid that looks just like a parathyroid gland. Either that or they did remove the gland, but they needed to go in and remove a second gland. So I waited all day Saturday and most of Sunday to get back into the emergency room, and I had a second surgery, and they did discover that they had removed a nodule, like a benign growth on my thyroid instead of my parathyroid gland. So the second time, they did in fact remove my parathyroid gland. So I'm just waiting today now for my blood results to confirm all is well, and I get to go home. The blood work has to be sent to the hospital in Victoria, so it can take hours to get the results back. They think that I'll be able to get the results back by this afternoon. I'm so grateful because Mom is here and Chad had to go to work today. It's Monday. I've been in the hospital for 4 days, and I thought that I would just be in the hospital for one night. So Mom's got the kids, and they're gonna come pick me up when I am discharged. I don't wanna say that I'm going to be discharged today. I feel like I was jinxing it this whole entire time, so we're just gonna wait and see what the results are. Because there is a very small chance that they would have to remove a second parathyroid gland, because even though I've had 2 surgeries, they've only removed 1 gland. I took a walk down to the beach to just get out of the hospital, stretch my legs and be closer to nature a little bit. Took me 30 minutes to walk here, which means it will take me 30 minutes to walk back. But I didn't take into account that I walked down the entire way here, which means I have to walk up the entire way back. So I'm just gonna hang out for a bit. Truth be told, honestly, the real reason I went for a walk is because I have to poop. And I can't. I've just been sitting in bed, so I needed to get my body moving, and I was hoping, came to a public park area, that there would be washrooms here, and there is not. So gotta wait till I get back up that hill and to the hospital to try to go to the bathroom. This whole experience has really been obviously so mind-opening for me. You always think that you're going into something and you know what to expect to some extent. Like they said, I was going in for surgery 11:30 on Friday. I'd spend the night, go home by noon the next day. That was 4 days ago. So you know that there is always, you have to be bendable, right? Nothing is ever set in stone, especially in this kind of situation. But I've really been reminded that I've been swimming against the current a bit, I think, lately. I've been really trying to swim upstream and try to make things go the way that I want them to go, try to control situations. I am a control freak, that is so me. And this is the universe's way of gently reminding me to just let go. And you hear people say that all the time. You always hear people say, let go of the control, just let go and let be. And that's a really hard concept, especially as someone who's always in control, to comprehend. But the best visual that I can give you that really helps me is literally picture yourself swimming against the current, swimming upstream. It is so hard. We are not salmon. We are not meant to do that. Letting go means just turning around, stop swimming, and let the current take you wherever you need to go. Wherever the water is flowing, that's where you need to be. And you don't need to know where it goes. Just trust that that's where you need to be. That visualization really helps me understand what letting go means. So that's what I'm doing. Whatever, I haven't been discharged from the hospital yet. There's still a very small chance that the surgery was again unsuccessful, but whatever happens, happens. My mom is here with the kids. I don't have anything to stress about, so taking this time to come and sit and be with nature is what I need. I need to start doing more of what I need. It's very hard as a mom. I'm sure everybody understands, Your kids are your whole world, and everything you do is for them, and it's so temporary. So I'm constantly telling myself, just dedicate my life right now to these young people that need me and worry about myself later. But I don't think I can. I think I have to find a way to find myself again. And I said this since January, but I haven't done it. So I really think that's what my lesson is through this whole experience. That's what letting go means for me. The sponsor of today's video is Ultra Human Airing. They contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in trying one of their health tracking rings, and it's not something that I always thought of, but when I realized the features that they offer, I was very excited to try it. You've probably seen the watches, the Fitbit and the Apple Watch, I think, track your movements and sleep as well. The Air Ring is the lightest ring on the market. You can't even feel it. It weighs nothing. It is so comfortable to wear. Personally, I couldn't wear one of those watches, like especially at night. I would find it too uncomfortable. I got it in this pretty gold color. I like to wear gold jewelry. I'm into rings. That's about it when it comes to jewelry. It is kind of like an artificial gold looking color, but I still think it's really pretty. Now, why? Why am I wearing it? This thing is so cool. I have personally always struggled with sleep, and then I had kids and I just don't sleep. But I've never really understood why. What is going on with my sleep and what is happening when I'm sleeping, and what can I do to get better sleep? Not necessarily more sleep. This ring tells you everything. The data that it collects is so fascinating. The app is really user-friendly. It's easy to see your data and scroll through, and it explains to you how it works and what it's really reading and why you need to know this information. I'm really interested in knowing how often I actually go through REM sleep cycles, because I love recording my dreams and doing dream interpretation and lucid dreaming. So for me, the sleep information is just fascinating. I really like looking at that. But the real reason I have this ring is because this is my new form of birth control. Yes, birth control. I do not want to be pregnant right now, but if you're looking to get pregnant, this will do the job. It tracks your temperature. So if you've been trying to get pregnant, the day you ovulate, your temperature slightly changes. So some apps, you have to take your temperature first thing in the morning, first thing when you wake up before you even go pee. And that would be so hard. I would never get it done. But the ring is tracking you already. It knows everything. So this ring will literally tell me the day that I ovulate, not the window that I might ovulate in. It will tell me when I'm ovulating. As a crunchy mom, I will also say a beautiful feature to this ring is its low EMF radiation. This ring does not emit any EMF at all when you're wearing it. The only time that it emits any EMF is when you open your phone to the app and it syncs with the app. This ring also comes with many plugins for the app. So if you use other health monitoring apps like your vitamin D levels, ovulation, fertility, it's endless, the amounts of plugins that you can use with this ring. It doesn't cost you to subscribe to a monthly plan to use the app. The app is just included. All you pay for is the ring. That's it. And I can get you 10% off if you click the link in the description below this video. All right, everybody, life update. Life update. Oh, we should get some tea. Let's go get a cup of tea. Okay. This tea is too hot. We're gonna have to put her down for a little bit. Oh, before we even get into the surgery though, let me tell you the most exciting news. You're not gonna believe it, guys. We have hot water again. We have hot water. We can shower. I can wash the dishes. The kids can have baths at home now. And it was such an easy fix. We should have did this a long time. ago, but we learned a lot and it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. we put a hot water tank in where on the back of the house, like it's actually outside the house. Chad built a box around it, but our tankless water heater was plumbed to go outside, so it's pretty much just already set up to be easiest that way. So our house works like a normal house. I mean, I really want hot water on demand. I like that idea better, but I like having hot water in general. So we have a tank, and it would fill like the entire bathtub. So that's like quite a bit of hot water still. It's just lovely. It's lovely, people. I feel normal again. But let me explain what led up to this surgery, okay? So last August, I went to the emergency room because I was having a lot of pain in my kidney, and we discovered that I had a very large, not that big, probably like that big, maybe, kidney stone, and it was really hurting. So they put me on a wait list to have surgery, but then the pain went away. So then came December. So from August to December, I was just on a wait list to have this kidney stone removed because it would be too big to pass. And then in December, when the pain came back and it was so bad, I was in the emergency room. They put me on an emergency wait list to have the kidney stone removed. And I will say that sucks. I did not like that surgery. I was in the hospital just for a few hours to have that surgery, and then they sent me home. So they did remove the kidney stones. They went up with a laser and like blasted it into like little tiny pieces. And then I just like pee out the debris. And I had to wear a stint, so like a tiny little tube in my pee hole for a week. That was so painful. That was awful. I did not enjoy that at all. They give you some like pretty heavy narcotics for the pain, but I was breastfeeding at the time, so I didn't take them. So I was in a lot of pain and I was so uncomfortable. I do have like a history of drug use. When I was younger, I did use drugs recreationally, and I've been sober now for, oh gosh, like over 10 years, like 11 years. And so when I came out of surgery, they had me on opioids, and I had a lot of PTSD actually, and I did not like it. But the kidney stones were gone. That was a successful surgery. December. 2 months later, in February, I started having the same pain again. And I was like, but I don't have kidney stones. And it's only been 2 months. Like, how fast do these suckers grow? Like, there's no way. Like, what is going on? Did they miss some? So that's when I went into my specialist, and we did some more tests and discovered that I in fact did grow a new big old kidney stone that he says I cannot pass. But he did realize that that's not normal. So we did some blood tests and discovered that I have an overactive parathyroid gland. So inside your body, in your neck, you have your thyroid, and behind your thyroid, you have 4 glands. They are called your parathyroid glands. They are touching your thyroid, but they're not a part of your thyroid. They regulate the calcium in your body. And so what was happening was one of mine was telling my body that I did not have enough calcium, even though I did. And so what it does is start stealing calcium from your bones, and then too much calcium in your blood then causes kidney stones. And this is where my kidney stones were coming from. The reason why this gland was not regulating my calcium properly was because there was a growth on it. It's very common. It was a benign growth. And so they wanted to remove the gland. I was on a wait list to see another specialist for a month. The ear, nose, and throat specialist. She sent me for some more tests, and we scanned my neck to discover that there was an enlargement on what she believed was 1 gland. Good, okay, so let's get it out. So when I went in for surgery, it was very routine. I had 2 specialists working on me, right? And then I come out of surgery, and in order to see if the surgery was successful, they have to draw blood and see if the blood, or to see if the calcium in my blood has gone down, because it would be like relatively quick, like instant, and it did not. After they discovered that the calcium hadn't gone down in my blood, she came and told me that they had to open me back up again and go inside and remove either a second gland, or what happened was they removed a nodule on my thyroid that was not a gland. It was just a growth on my thyroid. After that surgery, they did find the parathyroid gland that needed to be removed, and they removed it, and everything should be hunky-dory. I ended up spending 3 nights in the hospital, 4 days in the hospital. When it was time to go, my calcium was like really low, so she did tell me to take some calcium supplements and some magnesium supplements until my body kind of like re-regulated itself, till my calcium levels got normal again. It was just like so much, but I was able to go home. The recovery has been better than I thought. My mom was here for like 10 days, which was really nice. I wasn't alone with the kids. And then I've had more blood work done. I've talked to my doctor now, and she says everything is fine. They got both my parathyroid gland and the nodule they removed back from pathology. Everything is benign. Everything is great. Everything is hunky-dory, and I'm all better. She said that I don't need to take calcium supplements anymore at all, that my calcium has like regulated, she thinks, like on its own. I have one more blood test I'm supposed to do in a couple days, and then I have a physical visit into the doctor's office for her to look at my incision and just make sure it's healing good. I think it's healing really good though. It kind of sucks they had to go in twice, so the scar might be a little bit bigger. I'm just so relieved that the surgery is over, that the healing is going really well. I feel really good. I haven't needed to take any painkillers. I took Advil a little bit in the beginning here and there. One thing I realized from this like whole journey personally for myself is that I forgot to mention after the first surgery on my neck that I hate opioids. And so when I came to from being like put to sleep for my surgery, they gave me Dilaudid, and I hate that. So the second surgery, I just asked them to not do that because that stuff is like so hard on your body, and I think I have more adverse side effects from being on a hard drug like that than the surgery itself. My left eye was twitching in the hospital for like 4 days. I swear that's like some drug thing. And then you just don't feel like yourself. You feel really nauseous, you feel really crappy, and I just didn't feel good the whole time afterwards, like coming down off of that. So after my second surgery, I just asked for nothing, and they gave me like Tylenol and Advil, which was so much better. I felt like myself. I could eat right away. I was chatting up the girl in the recovery room. I was like, la, 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 la. She's like, wow, you feel good, hey? She's like, you still have to stay here for like an hour till I can send you back to your room. And I'm like, that's fine. Just talk to me. I'm bored and lonely. I definitely would recommend if you're in a situation where it's not really painful, like I'm very grateful that this isn't a really painful surgery, so I didn't need heavy painkillers. I will say, and I think this is because of the opioids that they gave me, that I have had a very emotional recovery, not so much a physical one. I was feeling really, really blue for like a whole week, and it's because opioids like deplete your serotonin, and they make it really hard to like regulate your emotions. Maybe that's just, I'm sure that's not just me, but that is how I felt. So I had a really hard time feeling positive, even though I had no reason not to. Like, I feel good, my surgery went really good, but I'm feeling emotionally much, much better now. I think that it was definitely like a side effect from the drugs they gave me in the hospital. So going forward, I still do have kidney stones. I haven't felt them in months. Knock on my wood baseboard there. I do take a natural herb supplement called Chanka Pierda. It's called the Stone Crusher, and I've been taking it for months, and I haven't had any kidney stone pain. So I do believe that it works, because I was in the hospital, like it was outrageous. Like, and my doctor said that the stone is like way too big to pass and I'm gonna have to have emergency surgery, but I haven't felt it or had any pain since I started taking this herb. And if the pain comes back and all that, then yes, I will probably need to have another surgery for these kidney stones. So now I'm just healing, letting my incision heal and my scar heal. I put a salve that I made on it that's supposed to be really good for scars. It's calendula and olive oil, basically, with some like beeswax and essential oils in there.
Ooh, I got a little itchy. It's a little bit itchy, but I just don't touch it. I just don't touch it. I keep it clean. And when I'm in the shower, I don't scrub it. I let the water and like the soap run over it, pat it dry, put my calendula salve on. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm not too concerned about the scar. It will probably eventually in years to come look like just a little wrinkle or a big old wrinkle, whatever. Thanks for watching. And if you are a regular viewer but you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because the content that I have planned coming up is going to be super fun and I want you to be a part of it. Okay? So you have a great rest of your day. I'll have a great rest of my day and I'll see you in the next video.